Yeah. Keep it going, all right? Keep leading them, boys.
Great job, obviously. That's what good teams are supposed to do. We got game balls for the entire defense on a shutout.
I saw that killer instinct. That's what I want to see moving forward, man.
Yeah.
Hey, we done had a taste of success, right? Let's stay there, all right? Let's stay there. Let's keep this going, man.
Yep.
And like we say, everything that we earn on Sundays happens during the week, all right?
Yes, sir.
So let's make sure we lock in, man. We come back ready to work this week. We got another home one. And like I said last week, the ones who stay together longest, last the longest, all right? So stay together. Hey, pray for the ones who got injured today. And let's keep it going, all right? Here we go. Hey, together on three. 1, 2, 3. Together.
Wins feel good, but shutouts at home feel even better. Welcome back for another victory edition of Broncos Country Connected. For the first time since 2016, your Denver Broncos are undefeated through the first 3 weeks of the season after holding the Jets scoreless Sunday afternoon in front of a packed house at Empower Field at Mile High. Denver's 26-point win over New York marks their 20th shutout in team history and is tied for the 6th highest margin of victory of those games. Let's relive some of the best moments from the Broncos' big win over the Jets.
Welcome to Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado, as today the Denver Broncos open their 2021 regular season home schedule, hosting the New York Jets. Fans are fired up, and it is a gorgeous day here in Denver for the Broncos home opener against the New York Jets.
Welcome back, Broncos fans. It's good to see you again. Feels like a playoff atmosphere here today at Empower Field. The Broncos need to take care of business today against Gangrene.
Bridgewater has been spectacular. The Broncos offense has been good, and they are hoping that they can continue that trend today in front of a full house here at Empower Field at Mile High. And it is a madhouse here at Empower Field at Mile High. They are fired up for some football. Hit and runs through a tackle and prances into the end zone with a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams' first NFL touchdown.
Dominating performance so far for the guys in orange.
3rd and 13. Can the Denver defense get off the field here? That's Surtain on the coverage. Denver rushes forward. Deep drop. Here comes Von Miller. Miller's got him. He came around the end like a torpedo. Wilson in trouble. Tries to get away from Alexander Johnson. He cannot. Now Wilson steps up and tries to run and is pulled down. 4th and 6. Wilson in the pocket. He's going to be sacked, swarmed under and down inside the 30. A perfectly thrown pass, and that is Tim Patrick. Wilson throws a ball that is going to be intercepted. Justin Simmons. This will be a foot race. The Broncos have won it by a final score of 26-0.
Now, thanks to FanDuel, Super Bowl 50 champion Ryan Harris is here to break down a few of Denver's memorable moments from Sunday's shutout victory. Ryan, let's go ahead and start. 2:41 left in the first quarter. It's 3rd and 6 for Zach Wilson and the Jets, but the Broncos, they're trying to force a 3 and out.
They are, and they are going to because of one person, and that's Alexander Johnson, located right here on your screen. No question to Alexis. This is probably Vic Fangio's favorite play of the game. Because of Von Miller, all 3 of these linemen are going to slide to Von Miller's side to make sure that there's protection for Zach Wilson. Well, that leaves the running back on Alexander Johnson, the Raptor himself. And as you see the play develop, one of the great things that Alexander Johnson does is he gets lateral when that running back comes to make contact. Oftentimes, you'll see a player, especially a linebacker, try and prove their toughness on a running back. This isn't the time to prove your toughness. Get to the quarterback and create that 3 and out that you talked about. So here, Alexander Johnson, because he gets a little bit to the side, lateral, there's not as much of him to hit for the running back, thus putting him right in the view of Zach Wilson. Another thing I love, Alexis, he puts his hands up, which prevents a pass that you will see that Zach Wilson wants to make. So because he gets to the side, he pulls up his hands, and then he chases him down. This is just pursuit. And then here's the Raptor dance. I love it. I don't even know what the Raptor dance is, but Alexis, he's got it, and he got the 3 and out.
Alexander Johnson, 5 tackles and 2 sacks Sunday against the Jets. Stellar showing from him. All right, well, moving along to the second quarter, the Broncos, they're looking to go up 17-0 by the end of the first half, and Teddy Bridgewater knows just the guy to help them get into position to do that.
Well, and he knows the matchup, Alexis. This is what I love. You get to see Teddy Bridgewater's thought process. To start the play, this is what they call single high safety. That means that you're probably in man coverage, meaning everybody's tied up here. So you see from Teddy Bridgewater's stance, he's looking to the right. He's telling these guys, hey, one of you two is going to be open. That's something that early communication helps those guys run the route a little tougher. So he knows because of this route concept, it's probably going to be Tim Patrick. As soon as he sees it diagnosed, he lets the ball go. And then we get to the other part that makes this play so amazing. On the snap of the ball, as soon as Teddy Bridgewater can diagnose that coverage, he sees that what they call the bail technique. This cornerback's in trouble because Tim Patrick, because of that pre-snap communication, knows that if he wins this route, he's probably getting the football. So he wants to do what they call stack, get on top of that cornerback, and then Teddy Bridgewater wants to drop that ball right about where those hash marks are, and he does it perfectly. Another thing I love about this play, Alexis, you're about to see Tim Patrick's elbows hit the defensive back right in the chest as he catches the football. That's a statement play and a huge first down for Denver at this point in the game.
Okay, obviously Courtland Sutton and Tim Patrick, they've been critical for this team throughout this season so far. But now we have Jerry Jeudy and KJ Hamler out. KJ Hamler obviously out for the entire season, unlike Jerry Jeudy. So how does that change things for Sutton and Patrick moving forward?
Well, for Tim Patrick, it's business as usual. That's what's gotten him to this point. This is a player who was undrafted and released twice before he came to the Broncos. He's been working for his opportunity and shown that last year. That's why George Paton rewarded him with a deal this year. So Tim Patrick is Mr. Reliable for this offense. He will continue to be, and it takes some pressure off of Courtland Sutton from being the sole producer in that wide receiving core.
All right, Ryan, let's go ahead and skip ahead to the fourth quarter. Zach Wilson and the New York Jets, they are looking for the red zone for the very first time all day. But Justin Simmons, he plays spoiler, less than 6 minutes left in this game.
And this is called calculated risk. Justin Simmons is going to drive on the football. That means that he goes in front of the wide receiver's hands to catch it. And let me show you how this develops. First and foremost, he's going to see at the snap of the ball that there's a receiver going to the flat right here. So he knows that this is covered by his teammate. And then also, because you see the turn and bail situation, he knows that now he has to kind of cover this area right in the middle. That's what Justin Simmons is responsible for. And the second he sees that Zach Wilson brings up the football, he's going to drive because he knows it's likely going here based on the other routes that he sees. And what I love as well is he makes sure to get in front of the wide receiver. By getting in front there, you leave no room for a penalty flag to come out. You ensure your success. You ensure the happiness of your team. And that's how Justin Simmons made a calculated risk that paid off in a big way.
A hat tip to Caden Stearns as well. He got his very first career interception on the Jets' final drive of the game. Ryan, thank you so much for your time. We so appreciate it. Now, coming up after the break, Ryan will join Denver 7's Lionel Bienvenu and Troy Rank to discuss some of the biggest takeaways from the Broncos' third straight win. Don't go anywhere.
Broncos Country Connected is presented by Carpet Mill Outlets. Bigger discounts, better selections.
Alexander, 26-0. You guys pitch a shutout. What was working for the defense today?
Bloop. That's the sound of a goose egg.
3-0. It's the first time you've seen Empower Field packed to the gills since 2019. What did Broncos Country mean to you guys, and how much you going to need them against the Ravens?
Broncos Country, we love y'all, and we're going to keep this thing rolling. Light them up!
Welcome back to Broncos Country Connected. Thanks to the shutout on Sunday, the Broncos are now tied with the Bills for the league's best point-per-game differential throughout their first 3 outings. For more on what's working so well for this Broncos team, let's check in with the Denver 7 crew. Here's Lionel Bienvenu.
Thank you so much, Alexis, and welcome to our Denver 7 segment brought to you by 1-800-GOT-JUNK. All right, Broncos insider Troy Rank is here, Super Bowl champion number 50. Ryan Harris is in the house, too, and let's talk some numbers here off the bat. 3-0, undefeated. And Ryan, a big 0. Love that number on the scoreboard for the Jets. A shutout for the Broncos defense.
Yeah, the first one in 2 years for that Broncos defense. And Lionel, the other thing, no team in the first 3 games has rushed for more than 75 yards. They are dominating in every facet, especially when you include the turnovers. It's amazing to see, and the perfect way to start a season if you're the Broncos.
Yeah, 2 takeaways there in the fourth quarter, 2 picks to seal the shutout for sure. All right, Troy, this was a must-win. I've said that every single week, but it's true. The Broncos could not go on the road and win the first 2, then come home to nearly 72,000 fans and lose to the Jets. They could not do that, and they didn't. They got the job done, and they got the home field advantage back as well.
Yeah, it's huge. If you're going to be a playoff team, you have to play well at home. Lost in the kind of the nightmare of last season, they went 2-6 in Denver. They didn't win their first home game until November. So if you're going to turn the page, change the narrative, it starts at home. Von Miller told me we were not going to let Broncos country down, and they did not. This team is now being embraced. I talked to some fans yesterday about it. They're cautiously optimistic. They want to feel good about 3-0. And if you don't, Lionel, you're missing the point. They're winning games, and they're doing it now at home. That's the next step in this U-turn.
All right, offense, Troy. Teddy Bridgewater leads the NFL, #1 in the league in completion percentage at about 77%. I mean, after 3 games, these are Peyton Manning-type numbers, guys. He did not throw a touchdown pass against the Jets, though, but his management of the game, his football IQ, no turnovers after 3 games, it's off the charts.
The thing is so impressive about Teddy is that he is steady. He's reliable. There's a predictability of performance, which coaches love. Sometimes you just need the Ford pickup that you put the key in the ignition. You know it's going to run. You don't know with the Ferrari sometimes. You can't drive the Ferrari in snow. Sometimes you can't use it. Teddy is steady. And Lionel, he's been more accurate than a DNA test. He leads the league in accuracy. All things that are good. And let's not discount his leadership. These guys respect him, and that matters in the locker room.
Yeah. Ryan, no Teddy TDs, though, against the Jets, but Javonte Williams scored his first touchdown on the ground. Melvin Gordon rushed for 1 as well. As we talked about, this run game still in development, but it needs to be big as we hit these next 4 games here.
It's going to be instrumental because that's where Teddy Bridgewater gets a lot of his downfield throws from, because players on that defense they're going against have to play up. Another good thing, though, Javonte Williams got a red zone goal line touchdown. That's a very different type of run. Now he has that experience in his rookie year. But the biggest bonus of no Teddy touchdowns, they didn't give away any of their red zone passing plays before this stretch of a tough AFC schedule.
All right, well, Broncos' first 3 opponents, as we've heard, a combined 0-9. Right, guys? Now, here we go. A 4-game stretch coming up. Ravens on Sunday, then the Steelers, Raiders, Browns, a combined 8-4, Ryan.
Well, and the good news, this is an opportunity to prove that if you can win in this stretch of games, you are going to be one of the best teams in the AFC. That's a phenomenal thing to do. And Lionel, I know people might be saying, oh, it's a losing record, the teams you beat. But everyone's listening to somebody in their office talk about their golf game, their softball game. Okay, we can't help in real life but to celebrate the small wins. And I can tell you from winning a championship, that's how you build resolve. That's how you build confidence. And there are few teams in the NFL as confident as your Broncos.
Awesome. And they're on top of the AFC, tied with the Raiders. This rivalry, Raiders, Broncos, it's going to mean something this year, Troy.
Absolutely, because before the Broncos kind of eliminated themselves early in the year, so they weren't really in the hunt for the AFC West. But the Chiefs now, suddenly, they're backsliding. The Ravens are good. You've got the Ravens are good, and they're coming up. But the Raiders, they bring that interesting, you want to hate them vibe, the silver and black. But you've talked about it, Lionel. This 4-game stretch, the Ravens, they've rushed for 100 yards in 42 straight games. It's going to get physical. You're going to throw down the sawdust. It's going to be that kind of basically fight on the frontier. This is what we've been waiting for. We're going to find out soon if this team is for real.
Exciting times in Broncos countries, guys. All right. Thanks so much. That's it for us for now. For Ryan and Troy, great job. This Denver 7 segment brought to you by 1-800-GOT-JUNK. Alexis, let's go back to you.
Thanks so much, Lionel. Still to come here on Broncos Country Connected, some of the best moments from the Broncos home opener. But before we go to break, here's a look at the Broncos' win over the Jets, captured through the lens of team photographer Gabriel Christus. afternoon, the Denver Broncos were finally reunited with Broncos Country as more than 75,000 fans filled the stands at Empower Field at Mile High. Although kickoff wasn't until just after 2 o'clock, Broncos diehards showed up extra early to get the most out of the game day experience, which they missed so much over the last 2 years. Broncos fans met up for the game day gallop as they made their way from the bridge to Main Street before stopping by the Mile High Monument for the I Heart VIP tailgate by Bullseye. From a premium buffet prepared by Food Network's celebrity chef Aaron May to gambling and even a silent auction, Broncos fans fueled up on fun before heading inside for the main attraction. Once settled in their seats, Broncos Country finally got to enjoy all the things that make game day so memorable. Here are a few of my favorite moments from inside Empower Field.
Empower Field, where y'all at, man? Where y'all at, man? DJ Benz is over to you, G. Let's go!
Wide receiver from Southern Methodist, number 14, Cortland Sutton. Wilson's pass intended for number 84, Corey Davis is...
A big thank you to all of you who came out and made the Broncos 2021 home opener unforgettable. Now, how much do you know about Broncos punter Sam Martin? If the answer is not much, well, that's fine by Sam. He likes being anonymous. But Denver 7's Nick Rothschild found out that behind that big leg is an even bigger heart.
Finding Sam Martin can be a bit like, where's Waldo?
I never really cared about the attention or the shine more than anything, so that doesn't bother me if someone doesn't know who I am or not.
He's the punter. The less you see him, the better, right? At least on the field.
It seems like you're a very empathetic person. Would you describe yourself that way?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, I have a soft side for sure. When I was in high school, I did a lot with Special Olympics, and I worked a lot with intellectual and physical disability kids, and it felt I had a passion for it just right out the gate.
Sam has a soft spot for kids and dogs. In 2016, he started the Sam Martin Foundation to benefit both.
I always told myself when I got to the NFL I was going to really do what I can to make a difference in that realm.
4 years serving the people of Detroit built a solid foundation. Then Denver seemed like the perfect place to continue growing, until a global pandemic got in the way.
It's been about a year and a half now of nothing, so I'm excited, I'm anxious to get that going again and start ramping it up.
So Sam's been patient, waiting for the right time to safely restart his good work.
Really, at the end of the day, whether it's one kid or 150 kids, the feeling, the satisfaction, and the enjoyment, the pleasure I get out of it is pretty much the same. So I've never really looked at it as a large-scale thing. More than anything, having this platform presents more opportunities to get into that field and change lives and stuff.
When things get up and running again, Sam looks forward to making up for lost time. Just like punting, he doesn't seek applause, just a chance to help his team, his community, win.
Lots of times, especially being a punter, a lot of the kids don't even know who I am or what I do. It's just being there and giving your time and hanging out and being a friend, and that's really what I enjoy doing.
Well, that'll do it for this week's edition of Broncos Country Connected, but we will see you this Sunday at Empower Field as the Denver Broncos host the Baltimore Ravens. Until then, have a great week, Broncos Country.